Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all having a great and an amazing day today. We've had a crazy day today in the marketplace. So I wanted to go live here. We're going to be trying to go live about once a day, kind of explaining what's going on in the stock market, breaking down some stocks, and kind of just my opinion on a variety of things. Before we do that, I do want to get TikTok live as well, just because we've seen a great amount of viewers hopping in here. So let's get this up like such. We're going to be going live on that as well, so you guys can see us both on TikTok. You guys can see us both on YouTube. But overall, what I wanted to talk about today is what's going on in the marketplace. So welcome to the show. Hope you guys are all having a great and an amazing day today. But what we've seen today in just the general S&P 500 is a ton of growth, right? We've seen a decent amount of buying pressure, as you guys can see, up 1%. Now looking at the S&P, you guys will notice a variety of things here looking at the chart. And for you guys watching on TikTok, if you guys are live watching with me on TikTok, you guys can go actually see my screen on YouTube. So make sure you guys check that out. But looking at the S&P, you guys will notice that lately we've seen a decent amount of sell-off, right? You guys will notice that we've had this natural downward trend. We've seen a decent amount of conflict. We've seen the Fed increasing rates. We've seen a whole bunch of things kind of going on right now in the marketplace, which has caused just the general economy to sell off. Now, looking at it here, you guys will notice that we've seen a tendency to get some buying pressure on this 200 moving average line. Now, this right here just has, if we zoom out, you guys will see that this has a tendency to kind of use it as pretty hard support. It hit it down in here, we got buying pressure. It hit it here, we got buying pressure. It hit it here, we immediately got it bought back up. More buying pressure. Now, all right, now as we scroll out here, more buying pressure. So it's establishing that right now this 200 moving average line has a tendency to act as pretty hard support for this stock here, for that 200 moving, or for the S&P. Now, if we go back to that daily, so it hit it as support and we got more buying pressure. So it does look like right now this is going to be the hardest support for the S&P 500 is going to be near and around, this 424 mark. And if you guys are watching on TikTok here, I'll show you. Let me flip my camera around. So this right here is the S&P 500. We've seen decent amount of sell-off. Support is right there. That's kind of what we've seen lately with the S&P 500. Now, what has happened today? Today in the marketplace, what we've seen is actually a variety of stocks actually getting a ton of growth. One of the stocks that has had a great day today is Charles Schwab. Charles Schwab today is up about 5%. But as we look at the long-term chart here, you guys will notice that 5% in a day for this stock isn't even a drop in the bucket. We've seen a decent amount of sell-off, just that natural downward trend. The stock historically trades, or at least this year, trades below that 200 moving average line, that 90 moving average line. So, for this 5% move, should you buy it? No, I definitely think right now this stock isn't even on my radar. I definitely think there's a lot better options elsewhere when it comes to investing and finding opportunity and all that good stuff. I'm just making sure we are good here on YouTube. And if you guys can hear me, go ahead and comment down below just so I know we are good. But it does look like we are good. So far, so good. All right. I'm just making sure there's no technical difficulties here. But, Charles Schwab, why did this stock move? Well, in simple terms, they did beat their earnings report. Anytime a stock beats their earnings, you're going to have buying pressure absolutely like crazy, just because people love to see that. If we actually look at, where is this article here? It's probably going to be under quotes. Yeah, right here. So this right here, Charles Schwab beats earning estimate but bank deposits fall again. So you guys will see the revenue is still down 16% year over year to $4.6 billion, while the net income dropped 31% to $1.5 billion. Look at that. That's crazy. So yes, the stock's doing good as of today, beating earnings. But look at this. The revenue is still down year over year to $4.6 billion. The adjusted net income dropped 31% to $1.5 billion. Bank deposits, which have been a concern for investors, fell again to $284.4 billion from $304 billion the previous quarter. So honestly, yes, we're seeing beat earnings, mostly beating expectations. Nothing too crazy, but look at this. It's honestly nothing. It's a drop in the bucket. Like I said, it's one of the nation's largest firms under pressure as the cash sorting bank customers inclined to move assets to higher yielding options in today's higher interest rates has caused bank deposits to plummet. Yeah, so obviously this Charles Schwab, they pay their savings account rate at like 0.01%. It's absolutely terrible. So why would people put their money here when there's better options elsewhere? It doesn't make sense. So you wonder why the revenue fell 16%. Well, that's it right there. Is there's better options elsewhere. That's pretty much it. So absolutely, for me, and if we actually go look at like the analysis, you guys will see the revenue here. The revenue, yes, it went from 5.5 to 5.5 or 5.575. So yeah, we had a little revenue growth, but it's still just not even good. I am not buying this. The long-term chart is so volatile. Like from 2015, look at this chart. We've seen good buying pressure, sell off for like 2 years. Huge buying pressure where the stock goes from 31 to 94, and then just as fast goes from 94 to 53. So huge volatility. The only spot I would look to buy would be, probably at this support. And the only reason I say that is because it does have old resistance as possibly new support. But even then, we just have this downward trend that I don't like. But yeah, so I'm holding off on this one for sure. Another one here moving today is, I believe it's Lululemon. What is it? L-U-L. Yeah, L-U-L-U. Lululemon today. Look at this, guys. So heavily volatile, obviously. Up and down, rapid rates. If we go ahead and we zoom out, you guys will see that we've had a great growth, honestly. Beautiful upward trend. Went from, $46 all the way up to $478. So that's a decent amount of buying pressure in a single day. That's pretty solid. Or not in a single day. What am I talking about? But in a couple years where it goes 40, 46 to $400, that's outperforming the market right there. That's solid. But as we zoom in, you guys will see that it does have a tendency to kind of trade actually in between this 348 and this 289 as just textbook support and resistance. So, you guys will see if you buy here, look how well you could do, just swing trading this bad dog. If you bought every time it's in between this zone and sold it every time it's here. So you can buy here is 1, sell it here. Buy here 2, sell it even here 2. You just wait, boom, 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 boom. All right, it's back in here. You buy, sell. You wait again, you buy here. You might have gotten stopped out there if you set a pretty hard stop, but you just continue. Buy here, sell here. Buy here, sell here. You'd absolutely demolish this thing on a swing trade. And then recently, we had this move where it kind of broke actually out of resistance, and it could be establishing new support. But anyways, the stock went from 359 to 416, relatively quick. And if we look at it here, and this is why, is because, drumroll, Lululemon will be joining the S&P 500, representing the top 500 companies in the United States, which is crazy. So what does this mean as investors? Well, in simple terms, it's going to be trading in the index. Anytime you have that, that's more money getting pumped into the business, which overall could grow it larger. So shares of this, obviously, were up 9.2%. Yeah, it represents top 500 companies that's publicly traded. So obviously more money is going to get pumped into Lululemon, which is going to hopefully grow it longer. Shares were up 28%, outperforming the S&P, which is good. All right, analysts believe the company can keep up its winning streak, close to a fourth, or 3/4 of the analysts have a buy rating on the stock. 17% have a hold, 9% sell. So a little mixed feelings on it for like more of a long-term approach. So looking at it as like a swing trade, obviously right now I'm holding off. It's up 9%. You never want to buy high and try to sell higher. It doesn't make sense. You always want to buy low, sell high. So for me, let's draw out this. So it does have some resistance here. So for me, honestly, I hate to say it, but I would try to buy near and around this old resistance. Probably around here. It sounds so cliche because we just had this move, and obviously it might not fall back down. But yeah, this one here, this is a fun one, honestly. Like, if you have friends or family that like Lululemon, you really can't go wrong buying a share for them, buying this for them, But what this company has done a great job of is a lot of people thought this was going to be a fad where, just like what are those? Like those bell-bottom jeans where they last, a couple years. But this thing is doing good. Let's look at the analysis here. All right, so revenue here. It does look like we've had a little revenue slip actually going into Q3 of 2023. So from Q2, it looks like we were making 1.86. Yeah. So I'm nervous to see what this new one is here, but total revenue, yeah, we've had growth from 2022 6.2, and then 2023 is $8.1 billion. So crazy stuff, guys. Crazy moves. Am I like out of frame? I feel like I am. Let me see. It does look like I am out of frame. There we go. I'm slowly going back in it. All right, but yeah, that's kind of what we've seen. And then looking at it on the 1 minute chart, you guys will see just the amount of buying pressure we've had today. So you guys will see the initial announcement right here. Boom. That's probably like a 4% move. Yeah, about 4%. Then from there, another 4%, and then another 1 right there. But yeah, 9% move. That's crazy. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on today. A little more of a volatile day, but overall a green day, which is always good. If we look at like whatchamacallit here, let's go to the and I'm using Moomoo for everybody wondering what broker I use. I love Moomoo. Pretty solid of a broker here. I love all the tools it has. But yeah, so looking at it here, you guys will see the Nasdaq's up, the S&P is up. Some of the hot stocks today was this therapeutic company up 85%. Let's pull this up. This is crazy, up 85%. Let's see why. 85%. No news. I'm sure there is. Healthcare stocks moving today. All right, right here. All right. Oh man, let's just do continue. All right. So shares opened up. Shares rocketed 400%. Oh my goodness. Unreleased or released updated data from a phase 1 out of 2 study. I don't know what that means. Announced the adoption of a limited duration shareholders plan rights. All right. So. But yeah, what a crazy, it looks like it was moving so quick it actually got halted. Yeah, that's insane. See Lululemon. Here's where the hot stocks as of today. Obviously Lululemon they threw in there trending stocks today. I just want to see like the exact reason, because this is resume trading. I want to go this morning. I don't know if you guys can hear my dogs. Can you day trade on Moomoo with the data they have? I think they have level 2 data as is for US stocks. Yeah, you can day trade on Moomoo all day. I've done it. It's a pretty solid broker. I would say the only confusing part that it has is it kind of can get a little overwhelming at certain points, because if you don't understand like how it functions, it can be a little confusing, just because like as we go to like a trade desk here, some people think this could be, a little overwhelming because you can customize everything. But for me, I think it's pretty solid, honestly. But yeah, you can definitely day trade on it. With the data they have good strategies here. This is one thing that I like. So if you like triple bottoms, double bottoms, head and shoulders, all this stuff, they have these little like technical strategies pretty much that they automatically have, which is cool. So but yeah, okay, all right, yeah. So today we've definitely seen a decent amount of buying pressure, obviously from a variety of stocks. But one of the things that we were covering a little bit yesterday, and I didn't really break down it probably as well as I should have, was Lockheed Martin. A lot of people have asked me what's going on with this one, why we've seen a decent amount of volatility pretty much over the past week or so. You guys will see where it's gone pretty much, let's go out a little bit more. Let's just go to the daily or like the 1-day chart. So looking at it here, you guys will see that beforehand we had this massive sell-off, went from 500 to pretty much $400, 396. I like swing trades. I lose more often when trying to do day trades. Yeah, swing trading for me is a lot more. Day trading's tough. One of the things that people don't realize with day trading is it's very difficult. Over the course of like 10 years, the average person that tries to day trade loses money over the course of the long run. So day trading is a lot more difficult just because it's one of those things where you have to consistently watch it. No matter what, you're buying into some of the most volatile companies to some of the most risky companies. And yes, they can squeeze up and make a ton of money, but overall, they could also sell off like crazy. After I kind of talk about this, we'll actually show some stocks that could have been day trades today. I want to show you guys how difficult it is, because it's very, very hard. And guys, one of the things too is I'm hoping I can announce it Friday, but it might be next week. It depends on how well I can finish it, I guess is the best way. But I'm making a swing trading course. If you guys actually go follow me on Instagram, I will maybe let you in it for free. I don't know. Make sure you go follow me. Just send me a DM. I do need some test people to let me know how they like it, some things I could improve on. So go, it's investing with Carter on Instagram. Just DM me. I need a handful of people that want to trade, want to learn how. So I can give you guys that. So it's investing with Carter on Instagram. But anyways, getting back on track, because I'm like all over the map, I feel like. But yeah, so Lockheed Martin, the reason why this stock won, we had decent amount of sell-off here, was because the company was doing decent. Honestly, it was doing decent amount of revenue, bringing in $15.1 billion. On this one, 16.6. So yes, they were doing increasing revenues, but look, as of the other day, the stock went from $395 all the way up to $437. This was because the conflict overseas. And anytime there's conflict overseas, this is going to put pressure on defense companies, and this is going to cause tension, and it's going to cause fear. Fear in the marketplace. People, anytime there's like conflict fear, like war fear, I hate to say it, these stocks get a ton of buying pressure almost every single time. Looking back, if we see here, let's go back to like around this time, like mid 2021, where this thing just got a ton of buying pressure, $300 to $400. This was because conflict with Russia and Ukraine. So, these stocks are super, super great. This one here this year beat the S&P, has done great jobs on the revenue and all that stuff, but it's super, super influential, I believe is how you say it. But yeah, it's so any news can make this thing go up and down at rapid rates. And that's what makes it a little nerve-wracking for me, at least. But all right, getting back on track. I don't know if you guys can hear my dogs in the other room, but they are going insane. So I'm sure you guys hear them growling and playing, but that's all they do. It's yeah. that's them. But anyways, so like so getting back on track to like day trading, TPST here, this one would have most likely been a day trade. This is what day traders look for, stocks that are moving, but looking at the long-term chart, downward trend. So sellers are in control. As we go to the 1 minute chart, look how risky this thing is. This thing goes up and down at rapid rates. Right here. Okay, so looking here. So throughout the market, we initially had this huge move, actually, which in the grand scheme of this stock wasn't even that much. But the stock went from $3.87 to $4.18. So a solid move. And then within 1, 2, 3 minutes, it was hitting lows at $3.85 again. And then 15 minutes later, skyrockets up. Now, during this time, people are thinking it's going to go up, and up, and then it sells off. So day trading, yes, if you'd have bought this morning and held it for the whole day, you'd be up on your money handsomely because it's like $6 a share now. Could have bought it at $3.84. But the risk level is so risky. Let's go look at another one. Let's go over as Explore right here. This one up 59%. Let's look at this one. Let's zoom out. So yes, look at this. So it's already up. Pre-market, it's up like probably 15-20%. It opens. Everybody dumps their shares because you're up 15-20%. And then it starts picking back up again. And just as fast as this thing goes from 81 cents to $1.02, it sells back off. And then it squeezes back up, sells back off. So these day trading stocks are super, super risky. For me, swing trading like blue chip stocks and stocks like that is way better. It really is. Just because the risk level with swing trading like blue chip stocks is a lot lower compared to, swing trade or even day trading these risky stocks. So, that's one thing to consider beforehand. So, but yeah, what a great day. I hope you guys all enjoyed this live stream. It really helps me out, helps you guys out, and I appreciate every single one of you for stopping in. It means the world to me. And if you guys appreciate it, just hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and we appreciate every single one of you. Make sure you guys, like I said, we have some fantastic news. I'm so excited to show you guys probably later this week. But yeah, the new plan is, for those of you watching, we're going to be doing hopefully a news video daily. If not news, we're going live every day. News video or live, and then we'll obviously have like the top videos or the broker reviews or the credit card reviews, stuff like that. That's fun and exciting. But guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, hit that like button, subscribe. Don't forget to check out my Instagram with @investingwithcarter, and we'll see you guys tomorrow in the next one. Take care, guys.